Hey guys, welcome back for another video. It's that time again. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Tuesday, July 29th. There is 16 games in total to break down today. There's one set of doubleheaders. I hate doubleheaders. Crazy stuff happens whenever you get a series of doubleheaders. We're going to break down all the games today, try to predict the outcome, who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also take an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments to agree with me, disagree with me, what are your thoughts on these games? What are your favorite picks today? Make sure to let us know in the comment section, and I will respond to every single comment. Let's not waste any more time, though. Let's dive into these 16 games. And our very first game of the day is going to be Game 1 of a doubleheader. This was rescheduled from April 11th. This game is going to be on MLB Network at 12:35 p.m. We're going to have the 63 and 44 Toronto Blue Jays, one of the hottest teams in baseball for about the last 2 months. This offense has really been carrying this team. They've been hitting a lot of home runs. They finally reached their potential. They'll be on the road here versus the 48 and 58 Baltimore Orioles. Right now, the Orioles 5th place in the AL East. Toronto 1st place in the AL East. Really good team right now with a lot of momentum. The Blue Jays a 54.4% chance to win this game. The Orioles a 45.6% chance. But the Orioles are the favorites. Game 1, 1.5 run favorites. 10.5 over under. Toronto comes into this game. They are plus 116. Baltimore minus 136. One thing about the Orioles, younger team, a lot of power, but they have a bottom 7 overall pitching staff, and Toronto does have that momentum on offense. The Blue Jays are averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting .263. That's the number 1 batting average in baseball for the team. 112 home runs, 53 steals, and a 4.09 runs a game. The Orioles 4.2 runs per game. 240 average, 126 home runs, 75 steals, and a 4.9 runs per game. Looking at our pitching matchup for the day, for Game 1, we do not have a starter announced as of right now for the Blue Jays. That's what happens with doubleheaders. A lot of unknown variables when we pick these games. I hate not knowing all the variables and going into this game blind. For the Orioles, they have the veteran Charlie Morton. This guy's about 65 years old. He's been pitching for a while. One of the worst starts of his career, 6-8 record, 5.480 rate, 95.1 innings, and 99 strikeouts. He still has his strikeouts, but he's putting guys on base. 102 hits, 45 walks here, but we don't even know who's going to be on the mound for the Blue Jays. I hate not knowing that. But still, give me Toronto to pull off the upset, going with that plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game, guys. But just know, whatever usually happens Game 1, the complete opposite happens Game 2. That's just the way doubleheaders always work out. And our second game of the day is actually Game 2 of the doubleheader. 6:35 p.m. we have the 63-44 Toronto Blue Jays versus the 48 and 58 Baltimore Orioles. Whatever happened Game 1 is going to greatly affect this game, because if you use a lot of relievers in Game 1, your bullpen is going to be depleted. So there's a lot of unknown things here that we just haven't seen happen because we don't know what that outcome is to Game 1 yet. But you have to be aware of those possibilities. Right now, the Blue Jays 58.7% chance to win this one. The Orioles a 41.3% chance. I did have to dig up the line on here. Make sure to check this line as we get closer to game time. Right now, the Blue Jays 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Blue Jays minus 112. The Orioles minus 104. Very close game here. We already went over those team stats. Looking at the pitching, we also have a lot of unknowns here when we're looking at the pitching today. No starter announced for the Orioles. They are not deep here. They do not have the bullpen edge, so that does not favor them in a doubleheader. They're going up against Eric Lauer for the Blue Jays. 6-2 record, solid numbers this season. 2.61 ERA, 69 innings, 71 strikeouts. Again, even though the opposite happens Game 2, you always have to be aware. Give me the Blue Jays to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over this game. Depleted bullpens here. Game 3, maybe the Detroit Tigers are finally starting to recapture some momentum. We know if they do, they are a very dangerous team. They went from the team that a lot of people were picking as the best team in baseball to where everybody jumped ship, but now everyone's starting to pile back on the ship. Right now, the 62 and 46 Tigers, they'll be at home versus the 51 and 56 Arizona Diamondbacks. Some people are saying that the Diamondbacks might have a complete fire sale here. They have a really good offense, not so much pitching-wise. Right now, the Diamondbacks 41.9% chance to win this game. The Tigers a 58.1. The Tigers, maybe they're the hot team right now. 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Detroit minus 145. Arizona plus 120. This Diamondbacks offense, 4.9 runs a game. They do have a top 10 offense, 250 average, 147 home runs. That's good enough for top 5 in baseball. 71 steals. And they are giving up 4.51 runs a game. A lot of pitching question marks here. The Tigers, one of the best rounded teams in baseball. The only thing they lack is they don't have much speed, but overall that has not kept them from being able to score runs. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game. 247 average, 130 run home runs, solid power, 45 steals, giving up 3.83 runs a game. Pitching's a little banged up right now, but as they get healthier, you got to keep your eyes on the starting rotation because they also have a really good bullpen. Looking at the pitching today, you have Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for the Tigers. He's not having the best statistical season ERA-wise, but whenever he takes the mound, he gets a lot of run support. He has a 10-6 record, a 4.76 ERA, 111.2 innings, 95 strikeouts. He has given up 17 home runs, a little susceptible to the long ball. Casey Mize right now going for the Tigers, 9-4 record, 3.4 ERA. That just adds to that really deep starting rotation. 92.2 innings, 82 strikeouts, 23 walks, 12 home runs. I'm going to go with the Tigers. They continue to cruise here. They win this game. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And at 6:40 p.m., the 27-78 Colorado Rockies, the worst team in baseball, but believe it or not, actually playing pretty decent baseball the last 2 to 3 weeks. They're not winning a lot of games, but they've been a competitive ball club. They do have a lot of power. Just whenever they hit home runs, they're mostly solo home runs. They'll be on the road here versus the 52-53 Cleveland Guardians. They are this close to clawing their way back to 500. The offense has let them down for basically the last 2 months, but pitching has been very consistent. Right now, Cleveland, second place in the AL Central. They have a 64.8% chance to win this game. The Rockies, a 35.2% chance. Cleveland here, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under, which is actually pretty low for our Colorado Rockies game. The Guardians right now, minus 235. Heavy favorites here. Colorado plus 195. This Rockies offense, 3.6 runs a game. 233 average, 103 home runs, actually solid power. 55 steals, giving up 5.60 runs per game. That is dead last in the majors right now. The Guardians, 3.8 runs a game, 225 average. They have to get that batting average up. That's not good enough. 110 home runs, 82 steals, giving up 3.94 runs a game. The Rockies, even though they give up 5.6 runs a game, Tanner Gordon, actually pretty solid numbers so far. 2-2 record, 3.13 ERA, but a very small sample size. 23 innings, 13 strikeouts. He's going up against Logan Allen, 6-9 record, 4.16 ERA, 101.2 innings, 78 strikeouts. Give me Logan Allen. Give me the Guardians to get back to 500. If they win this game, they cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And then on TBS at 7:05 p.m., the 54-53 Tampa Bay Rays just barely holding on to one game above 500. When this team is on, they are one of the best teams in baseball, but they have had an awful last 4 to 5 weeks. The offense has been slumping. A lot of injuries right now to the pitching. They'll be playing the 57-49 New York Yankees. Whenever the Rays play the Yankees, the Rays always play the Yankees extremely close. The Yankees right now second place in the AL East. The Rays fourth place in the AL East. New York, 66.2% chance to win this game. Tampa Bay, a 33.8% chance. The Yankees here, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Yankees minus 205. The Rays plus 170. Tampa Bay right now, 4.6 runs a game, 255 average, 115 home runs, 138 steals. Very balanced offense. They do lead the majors in stolen bases. It is not even close. They are in first place by a lot, and they're giving up 3.88 runs a game. The Yankees, 5.2 runs per game. 254 average, 168 home runs, 67 steals, giving up 4.0 runs per game. A lot of injuries to their pitching staff right now. Obviously, the big news here, getting Aaron Judge back. They lead baseball in home runs, but 37 of that 168 all comes from Aaron Judge. He's the core to this team, and he's not playing right now. Looking at our pitching for the day, you have Joe Boyle going for the Rays, 1-0 record, 1.42 ERA, but small sample size, 19 innings, 18 strikeouts, only one home run given up. Max Fried going for the Yankees. Fried, couple bad starts here, but overall, really good pitcher. Just running through a little bit of a rough patch, but you know he's going to turn things around. 11-4 record, 2.62 ERA, 127.1 innings, 116 strikeouts, only 9 home runs given up in 18 games. Give me Fried on the rebound. New York wins it, and they cover the spread, but I'll go with the under. And this next game is actually a really tough one to call. This is a really good pitching matchup. At 7:10 p.m., the 62-45 Los Angeles Dodgers. They finally won a couple games. They're getting things back on track. They've had a rough last 3 weeks. Really lost a lot of games there. A lot of injuries right now. 15-20 pitchers on the DL. Very hard to win that way. Right now, the Dodgers, though, still first place in the NL West. They'll be playing the 56-51 Cincinnati Reds. They've been hovering around 500 this entire season. But one thing the Rays are, they are extremely consistent week in, week out. Right now, Cincinnati, 46.8% chance to win this game. The Dodgers, a 53.2% chance. Dodgers, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over-under. LA, minus 155. Cincinnati, plus 130. The Dodgers are averaging 5.2 runs a game. 255 average, 161 home runs. That is number 2 in baseball. 62 steals, giving up 4.26 runs a game. But don't forget, they have 15-20 pitchers on the DL. Cincinnati, 4.6 runs a game. 247 average, 109 home runs, 79 steals. You have 3.85 runs a game. Pitching-wise, the Reds have the edge. Offensive-wise, the Dodgers have the edge. Probably the best roster in baseball when they are fully healthy. That's the big question mark, though. They are not fully healthy right now. Dodgers have Tyler Glasnow on the mound. When he is on, he's one of the best young pitchers in baseball. 1-1 record, 2.75 ERA, 36 innings, 46 strikeouts. He has his strikeout stuff. Nick Lodolo going for the Reds, 8-6 record, 3.08 ERA. This is a really good matchup here. 122.2 innings, 112 strikeouts. He's been eating up a lot of innings. I trust Tyler Glasnow, but I trust Cincinnati's bullpen. So we're kind of split here. Give me the Reds to pull off the upset. I'm going to go with that plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under here. And at 7:40 p.m., one of the better NL Central matchups here. The 62-44 Chicago Cubs, second place in the NL Central versus the 63-43 Milwaukee Brewers, first place in the NL Central. Number 1 versus number 2. Whoever wins this series is going to be leading in this division. And the Brewers, they might be the hottest team in baseball currently for the last month. Right now, Milwaukee, 53% chance to win this game. Chicago, a 47% chance. The Brewers here, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Chicago, plus 105. Milwaukee, minus 125. I like to call this game what it is. It is practically a 50-50 pick'em game. The Cubs, this is a really rounded offense. 5.3 runs a game, 255 average, 155 home runs. That's top 3 in baseball. 121 steals. It's number 2 in baseball, giving up 3.9 runs a game. The Brewers, they can match them at almost every single statistical category. 4.7 runs a game, 250 average, 98 home runs, 120 steals. That's number 3, just 1 steal less than the Cubs, and they're giving up 3.58 runs a game. Brewers have a really solid rotation, and they have a really good bullpen. Looking at our pitching today, Colin Rea going for the Cubs, 8-4 record, 4.06 ERA, 102 innings, 73 strikeouts. He has given up 19 home runs. Quinn Priester going for Milwaukee, 9-2 record. This is a really good start for him. 3.28 ERA, 101.2 innings, 86 strikeouts. He's given up 11 home runs, 34 walks here, but overall keeping the bases clean. Give me the Brewers to win this one at home to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. 7:40 p.m., the 57-50 Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox, they've had good performance from their offense. They've been pitching pretty good the last 5 weeks. They're going to be playing the 50-55 Minnesota Twins. Some people are calling for the fire sale for the Twins, but they still got a shot to fight their way back to 500 to try to get some momentum. Right now, Minnesota, 45.8% chance to win this game. Red Sox, a 54.2% chance. Boston, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Red Sox are minus 120. The Twins are even right now. This Red Sox offense, 4.9 runs per game, 251 average, 130 home runs, solid power, 88 steals, solid speed, giving up 3.77 runs a game. The Twins have been pretty good on offense. The thing that kind of held them back, basically the last 2 months, has been their pitching. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 241, 121 home runs, 53 steals, but it's not the offense. On pitching, they're giving up 4.19 runs per game. That's not going to cut it here. Right now, we do not have a starter announced as of right now for the Twins, so we don't know that variable, but we have Lucas Giolito right now going for the Red Sox. Veteran pitcher here, 6-2 record, 3.97 ERA, 81.2 innings, 72 strikeouts, 24 walks given up, 13 home runs, but overall, he's a veteran. He knows how to pitch in these big games. Give me the Red Sox continuing to roll. They win this game. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. 7:40 p.m., the 45-60 Atlanta Braves. If anybody knows what is going on with the Braves this season, let me know in the comments section. They have been all over the place this season, up, down, sideways. They've been playing awful. On paper, this is not a bad roster, but nothing has panned out correctly on the field. They're going to be playing the 52-55 Kansas City Royals, one of the worst offense in baseball. Bottom 3 overall offense, but top 3 overall pitching staff. These pitchers, for the love of God, they just need some run support. Right now, KC, 54.2% chance to win this game. The Braves, a 45.8% chance. The Royals here, 1.5 run favorites at home, 9.5 over under. KC, minus 130. Atlanta, plus 110. The Braves are averaging 4.1 runs per game, hitting 241, 112 home runs, 49 steals, getting a 4.14 runs a game. That number has been climbing the last couple weeks. KC, 3.5 runs a game, 243 average, 90 home runs, 77 steals, getting a 3.49 runs a game. This is a playoff caliber pitching staff. They just need some help from the batting order. Looking at the pitching, Eric Feedy going right now for the Braves, 3-10 record, 5.22 ERA. Obviously, them just picking him up. 101.2 innings, 63 strikeouts. Definitely not a strikeout pitcher. 47 walks right now. Practically a walk every other inning. KC doesn't have a good offense. There will be runners on base. They have to take advantage of that. Seth Lugo, Finished last season number 3 in the American League Cy Young voting. Having a great year this year. 7-5 record, 2.95 ERA, 113 innings, 99 strikeouts. Give me Lugo, very familiar with the Braves from his time with the Mets. They win this game. KC covers the spread, and I'm going to go with the under. 7:40 p.m. How about the White Sox pulling off the upset win yesterday? Never underestimate the White Sox. One of the worst records in baseball, but a very competitive team, always prepared for the upset. Right now, we have the 60-46 Philadelphia Phillies second place in the NL East versus the 39-68 Chicago White Sox. Chicago, 45% chance to win this game. Philly, a 55% chance. The Phillies, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Philadelphia, minus 200. Chicago, plus 165. Right now, Philly at minus 200. Heavy favorites here. But like I said, always keep your eye on the White Sox. They are coming fresh off the upset yesterday. Phillies, veteran team, experienced team, 4.7 runs a game. 255 average, 123 home runs, 91 steals, 3.73 runs a game. I do say this a lot. Whenever the Phillies starting rotation gets fully healthy, in my opinion, they do have the deepest starting rotation in baseball. Chicago, 3.8 runs a game. That number's actually been going up. 227 average, 92 home runs, 65 steals, 4.11 runs per game. Jonathan Cannon going for the White Sox, definitely preparing for the upset here. 4-7 record, 4.48 ERA, 88.1 innings, 72 strikeouts. Coming off that loss yesterday, Phillies got to take this game. They have to save the series. Jesus Luzardo on the mound, 8-5 record, 4.58 ERA, 114 innings, 136 strikeouts. Definitely a strikeout pitcher. Only 10 home runs in 17 games. Give me the Phillies to get the rebound. To win this, to cover the spread, I'll go with the over. 7:45 p.m., the 50-55 Miami Marlins playing a really good baseball for probably the last 4 to 5 weeks. They were like 15 games under 500. Now they're 5 games over 500. A lot of momentum here. Hitting well, pitching a lot better. They'll be playing the 55-53 St. Louis Cardinals, a veteran team. They know how to win. They're just going through a little bit of a rough patch right now. Right now, St. Louis, a 70.7% chance to win this game. The Marlins, a 29.3% chance. Cardinals, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under, very low over under. Miami, plus 140. St. Louis, minus 165. The Marlins, 4.3 runs a game. 253 average, 97 home runs, 80 steals, 4.43 runs a game. But in the month of May, that was in the fives. They are pitching a lot better right now. The Cardinals, 4.4 runs per game, 251 average, 104 home runs, 58 steals, 4.22 runs a game. Sandy Alcantara, the past Cy Young winner, going for the Marlins. The worst start of his career. It is not even close. There's rumors he might be getting traded soon, so you have to remember that. Right now, 5-9 record, 6.66 ERA, but actually looked pretty good his last 2 starts. 104.0 innings, 77 strikeouts. He's just not having a good season. He is much better than the way that he's been pitching this year. Sonny Gray, one of the most consistent, reliable pitchers in baseball. Not the best last month. Career 3.5 ERA. Right now, 4.33. A lot of that in the last month. 10-4 record, 116.1 innings, 128 strikeouts. This is a very tough game, but I'm going to ride with Sonny Gray here, getting the win. Sandy Alcantara might be on the way out the door to a potential playoff contender. Cardinals win it. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And guys, just for those of you who have been watching up to this point, let me let you know that if you want to sign up for any of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below. You can click on that link, sign up there. We have 3 different tiers in total. If you sign up, I would definitely appreciate it. For those of you who have signed up, massive shout out for you. And our next game is going to be at 8:10 p.m. We have the 44-62 Washington Nationals, younger team here, interim coach, but very competitive team coming off of the upset win yesterday. Can they pull it off again twice? They'll be playing the 60-47 Houston Astros, first place in the AL West, the number 1 bullpen in baseball. Right now, Houston 68% chance to win this game. Washington a 32% chance. The Astros 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Washington plus 125. The Astros minus 150. Washington 4.3 runs a game, 245 average, 102 home runs, 92 steals. Very balanced offense, giving up 5.11 runs a game. This is a really bad pitching team, and the bullpen is extremely bad. Houston, like I said, the number 1 bullpen, 4.3 runs a game, 257 average, really good batting average, 116 home runs, 55 steals, 3.73 runs a game. The Astros can always pitch well. Houston, Jason Alexander on the mound, 101 record, a 8.14 ERA. That is an awful ERA, but it's a very small sample size, only 21 innings, 14 strikeouts. He has given up 4 home runs in 21 innings. Michael Soroka going right now for the Nationals. 3-8 record, 4.85 ERA, 78 innings, 83 strikeouts. We had that upset yesterday with the Nationals. Can they do it again twice? Call me crazy here, guys. I'm going to go with the Nationals doing it again. Give me that plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. At 9:38 p.m., the 56-50 Texas Rangers. The Rangers, their offense has been scoring a lot more runs. They do have the number one overall pitching staff in baseball, and it's not even close. This team can pitch. They'll be playing the 51-55 Los Angeles Angels. The Angels, they hit a ton of home runs. Top 5 right now in total home runs. The Angels a 58.5% chance to win this game. The Rangers a 41.5%. The Angels 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over-under. Texas plus 105. Los Angeles minus 125. This Rangers offense went from 3.3 runs a game. They're now up to 4.1. Props to them. 231 average, 112 home runs, 99 steals, and 3.15 runs a game. That is really good pitching. The Angels 4.3 runs per game, 234 average, 150 home runs is top 5, 48 steals, and 4.65 runs a game. Just like the Marlins, though. That's not the best number, but it is much improved over where it was last month. Going for the Rangers, Patrick Corbin, 5 straight over 5 ERA seasons. Right now, he's back to like 2017 form. 6-7 record at 3.78 ERA, 104.2 innings, 87 strikeouts. Going up against Kikuchi, probably the Angels' best pitcher. 4-7 record, a 3.23 ERA. Great season right now. 122.2 innings, 127 strikeouts. He's given up 54 walks. He does put a lot of guys on base, but he's keeping them from scoring. Give me the Angels to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And on MLB Network at 9:40 p.m., both of these teams, playoff caliber teams, the 62-44 New York Mets, first place in the NL East, versus the 57-49 San Diego Padres, second place in the NL West. San Diego, 46.4% chance to win this game. New York, a 53.6% chance. The Mets are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. New York, minus 115. San Diego, minus 105. Whenever you have two playoff caliber teams, anything is possible. You got to give these teams a 50-50 shot. San Diego, they can't hit right now. Tatis Jr., Machado, they got to get them on track. But this team has a really good starting rotation, a really good bullpen. The Mets, they're all over the place. They're up, they're down, they play good, they play bad, they get swept, then they sweep someone. You never know what you're going to get, but there's no doubt the talent is there. The Mets, 4.4 runs per game, 242 average, 131 home runs, solid power, 85 steals, solid speed, give them 3.52 runs a game. They are first place in baseball for starting rotation ERA. Overall, 3.52. San Diego, 4.0 runs a game, 249 average, 89 home runs, 71 steals, and 3.58 runs per game. Really good pitching from both teams. Looking at our pitching today, Sean Manaea on the mound for the Mets coming back from his injury. 101 record, a 2.19 ERA, 12.1 innings, 18 strikeouts so far. Really good numbers, but small sample size. And we do not have a starter announced as of right now for the Padres. I don't like that, but at least you know with San Diego's bullpen, they do have some long relievers there, so this game could go down to the end. But give me the Mets to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over here. And our second to last game on MLB Network at 9:45 p.m., the 44-62 Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the worst offenses in baseball, but one of the best pitching staffs. Help these pitchers out. They'll be playing the 54-52 San Francisco Giants, coming off of getting swept by the Mets. The Giants, very good team. They got to get more production from their offense because they have really good pitching. San Francisco, third place in the NL West. They have a 59.7% chance to win this game. The Pirates, a 40.3% chance. The Giants here, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over-under. Pittsburgh, plus 135. San Francisco, minus 160. The Pirates, 3.4 runs per game. 230 average, 69 home runs. They got to get that home run number total up. 85 steals, going to have 3.72 runs a game. San Francisco, 4.1 runs per game, 233 average, 98 home runs, 46 steals, going to have 3.63 runs a game. Solid overall pitching game here. Bailey Falter going for the Pirates, 7-5 record, 3.82 ERA, 108.1 innings, 69 strikeouts. Justin Verlander finally got his first win of the season. One of the better pitchers of the last 2 decades, 1-8 record. But this guy's just pitching for stats at this point because he's already a first ballot Hall of Famer. 4.7 ERA, 84.1 innings, 70 strikeouts. I would love to go Verlander here. This is a really tough game here, but I'm going to go with the Pirates pulling off the upset. Give me that plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And our final game at 10:05 p.m., the 56-50 Seattle Mariners, second place in the AOS, closing up on the Astros. They'll be playing the 46-62 Athletics. The Athletics here, this game is in Sacramento. Minor league stadium, smaller ballpark, so there might be some home runs. The A's have a 40% chance to win this game. The Mariners, a 60% chance. Seattle, 1.5 run favorites, 10.5 over-under. The Mariners are minus 115. The Athletics are minus 105. Mariners right now, 4.6 runs a game. 247 average, 147 home runs, top 5 in baseball, 97 steals. They have power. They have speed. They're giving up 3.87 runs a game. The A's 4.4 runs per game. 250 average, 145 home runs. They can match them homer for homer. We might get a home run derby matchup here. 59 steals, you know, 5.1 runs per game. The A's don't really pitch well, but they do hit a lot of home runs. They score some runs. Looking at our pitching today, you have the rookie Logan Evans here on the road, 4-3 record, 3.64 ERA, 59.1 innings, 43 strikeouts. Luis Severino actually pitching pretty good the last 2 starts. Some people are saying that he could also get traded before the deadline. 4-11 record, 4.95 ERA, 125.1 innings. He's eating up a lot of innings this season. Props to him there. 92 strikeouts. I'm going to go with the Mariners. Just overall, they are the better team, but I do have my eyes on the A's here. They might be setting up for the upset. Give me the Mariners to win this one, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the under. Guys, that's our predictions, our picks, our best bets for all of our baseball games coming up for Tuesday, July 29th. First things first, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, drop them below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? What are your picks today? And make sure to let us know, and I will respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and we would definitely appreciate it. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.